What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central, and this is a special one for a couple of reasons. So I checked the numbers right before I started recording, and we just passed 500 subscribers. That's 500 members of Bulls Nation who have decided to, subscribe to the show, and I appreciate it. And I told you guys I'll be doing another giveaway. We just did our giveaway for passing 250 subscribers, so I said we'd be doing another one at 500 subscribers. You guys are trying to come into my pockets. I see what you guys are doing, but no, I appreciate all the support, all the kind words. I can't stress enough. Like I don't want to belabor it. I said it in the last video. I'm not going to do it again, but I appreciate you guys, and I just wanted to let you guys know I appreciate you guys for supporting me. But we have two topics today to discuss on Chicago Bulls Central, and the first one is some news that I know for a lot of Bull fans they have been looking forward to hearing, and that is it coming out that Zach LaVine doesn't. Now this is all speculative, right? This doesn't come from directly the mouth of Zach LaVine, so let's just let's keep it focused on the fact that it didn't happen. But the Cat Man did say that Zach LaVine has told people that he knows that if Chicago wants him there, he's not going anywhere, and he wants to be part of what the Chicago Bulls are building here. And this is for anyone who's like been here. As much as I give every rumor a fair shake, I talk about it. I'll even say whether I believe it or don't believe it. But I do tend to believe until something is finalized, everything's a possibility, right? Everything is a possibility. Some things may be more plausible than others, but nothing is impossible until it is impossible, if that makes sense. And that's the mindset that I choose to have with things in life, and period. I just until it's proven that it's not going to happen, it's a possibility that it may happen. Now the chances may be slim of Zach LaVine leaving, but the more things that come out and the better this team does once the season does start, is all just going to solidify Zach LaVine staying. And I really do think, if nothing else, this organization has shown their dedication to winning, shown their dedication to Zach LaVine. And Zach really, let's just keep it. Let's look at financially, right? I believe the Bulls overall can offer him $50 million more than any other team can offer him, if not more than that. Again, I'm not a capologist, but just that alone, like that gives them a leg in. Then on top of that, if you can show that you're improving the team, which they have done, there's more talent on this roster than what was on it before. And when you do things like that, you always give yourself a chance to keep your superstars. And then let's focus on Zach and who we know Zach to be as a person. I know the Clutch Sports thing. People try to take his "I want my respect" comment and try to run with it and take it as more than what it was. But overall, we know from Zach LaVine came into Chicago and was a free agent right after we got him, and very adamantly said that he wanted to be here. Even when the Bulls didn't necessarily offer him the deal and they let the market set Zach's price with that offer sheet that Sacramento signed him on, he didn't take it personally. He understood it. He never made a comment of anything about it. And so Zach is a player who, at least from what we know about him and what has been shown, not any speculation or anything, he just wants to win, and he wants to be trusted, and he wants to be able to allow to grow. And Chicago has given him that. Chicago's given him that. Yes, he's had to earn over the fan base, and yes, he's had to earn respect in showing what type of player that he is, because a lot of people expected Laurie to be the one that we built around instead of Zach LaVine when that trade went down. But everything that this team, this organization has done, especially this new regime, has shown that they are willing and want to build around Zach LaVine, and that he is the player that they want to anchor themselves to. Now, that doesn't mean that if a deal comes in, that they won't bring in a player who's just as good, if not better than Zach LaVine, but they have shown that they're committed to Zach LaVine as a player. And that's what, I like to believe that Zach LaVine wants. So, I'm not going to spend a bunch of time on it. It's just good to start hearing rumors on the flip side of it. It's good to start hearing some positivity come the Bulls' way. Shaq, I know he was on First Take. He said the Bulls are going to make some noise. And, yes, I like being the team, right? I like having the team that people doubt so that we can shock motherfuckers. I love doing that. I love being that team and everything. So, but it's good to see that people are starting to recognize what this team and what they have built here. And I know that people are so focused on the fit of DeMar DeRozan or not, that it's like they forget how many other players we brought into this team where fit isn't a concern. Let's say DeMar DeRozan is an issue with the fit. Lonzo Ball isn't going to be an issue with fit. Caruso isn't going to be an issue with fit. Bradley isn't going to be an issue with fit. Nobody else is really focused on, okay, I get it. what can go wrong. But let's talk about what is more than likely going to go right just by the makeup of this team. DeMar aside. And then if the DeMar thing does go right, we spent a lot of time on that in the last video, so I'm not going to spend that. If the DeMar fit isn't concerns are proven to be false, I really do think the Bulls are easily going to be a 5th seed, if not higher. And so we'll see with that. And so I wanted to talk about that. I know as a fan base, it's really excited when we get things like that. So shout out there. And, ultimately, I do think that Zach LaVine, I've said that, I've maintained that I think that Zach LaVine is going to be in Chicago for years and years to come. So that's it. And then the second thing that we have that I wanted to talk about here. So I've been doing these player profiles. The next one that I really want to do is Coby White. And the reason why I want to do Coby White, and I know I did DeMar first, and you may thought I was going to do Ball or Veen or Vooch next, but I want to do Coby White for a couple of reasons, right? I want to talk about him for this, is that Coby White's been seen around the United Center. For all reports, it looks like he's in great shape. He doesn't have a brace on anymore. And I know that he wasn't going to be, it was always said that he wasn't going to be ready by training camp. Some people thought that he wasn't going to be ready by the start of the season. We still have quite over a month into the beginning of the season. And Coby White looks like he's probably going to be ready to go. And the reason why I think Coby White, I'm not going to say he's going to be hugely important where the Bulls are overall a success or not, because, the way that we've built out this team and this bench is that I don't think any of the bench players are necessarily going to be the reason why Chicago is successful or not. They're going to contribute, absolutely. But Coby White has the potential to be such a spark plug for this team. When you think about players like Crawford, who a lot of people compare him to, Ben Gordon, players who were able to come off the bench, score in high volumes, and that even it kept teams from having a moment to rest, because yes, a lot of if you look at Chicago's bench, a lot of our bench does specific things very, very well. Caruso, defense, he can score a little as well. He's probably the most versatile one coming off the bench. A lot of the other ones, like Troy Brown, has the potential to be stuff. I think DJ too has the potential to be a really good, solid two-way player off the bench. But Coby White is the one that has the potential, and I'm not saying he's going to reach it or not at least in this season, but he has the potential to be a perennial 6-man candidate. He has the scoring ability to not let defenses ever rest, right? That they always have to worry. I mean, just look at our team. We have, if Coby progresses as well as his some potential, we have the threat of a 20-point per game score in the game at all times. Zach, we know about. DeMar, we know about. Vooch, we know about. And then Coby White. And that's not like Patrick Williams may evolve into that too, but Coby White's ability and potential to be a spark plug off the bench, to be that scoring threat, that player that you don't want to let Coby White get hot. I really do think that if Coby progresses, if, like I said, he stays healthy, as long as the coaching staff trusts him and plays him big minutes, Coby White has the potential to really transform this bench into being a solid bench to being one of the best benches in the NBA. And I know that is big words for me, right? And I typically shy away from making huge predictions like that. But he absolutely does. Coby White is still at 21 years old. And this is why when people say, hey, are we going to trade Coby? And that still may happen. Like Coby White, let me be clear here. I'm not saying that Coby White, even if he does hit that potential, it's going to keep the Bulls from trading him, because if they can use him to get another piece or whatever. But let's just say they do keep him and he hits that potential. 21 years old. People saying that automatically the Bulls should just look at trading Coby, I think, are really short-sighted. And I get that it's easy to get caught up in like the moves that the Bulls made and constantly think of, okay, well, we can continue to improve this team if we trade this person, we trade that person. But Coby White, I think, is the one that you want to hold on to when you really look at it. Coby White, last draft pick from the last front office that came before AK and Eversley. One of the younger players in that draft as well. A player who has really been playing out of position since we got him. We've tried to force him into that point guard role. And while at times that it looked like it did work, a lot of times it didn't look like he was going to be able to play point guard. Hence why Lonzo Ball is here. And that's fine. That is fine when you're on the bench. To be just a guard off the bench, to not necessarily be a point guard or a shooting guard, he's able to put minutes at both. But we know he's going to be so dangerous now because the ball is going to be out of his hands. Coby White, if he can develop that off the ball game, the sky's the limit for Coby. We've seen Coby get hot. We've seen how he can get from three, mid range, even bringing it inside. Coby has some serious potential here, and for everyone who says and thinks that Coby should immediately, or the Bulls should be looking to move Coby right now, I don't think that. He still has time on his rookie deal. Even if he goes into that extension, if they do decide to extend him, they can still trade him after they extend him. Me personally, again, and I'm not an NBA exec, I would not look into trading Coby White. Well, there's a couple of different scenarios, right? If you give Coby time and he still is inconsistent, he still shows those flashes, but it's not anything you can necessarily bank on, I wouldn't mind trading Coby next offseason if you can bring a more solid and consistent scorer off into the bench or whatever other role we may see that we need by the end of the season. But I just personally wouldn't give up on Coby for at least another 2 seasons. I wouldn't. I wouldn't really unless it's somebody offers you a deal and you have to throw in Coby to bring in another superstar. Okay, then I understand it. But Coby is a player that you want to allow time to develop. And the fact is now is that Coby, yes, he played some off the bench, but he got put back in the starting role a couple of times. Is now Coby has a role. The is Coby going to start question is gone. It's eliminated. We know Coby's not going to start. We know Lonzo Ball is our starting point guard. So that is out. At this point now, it's developing Coby's offensive game. And rather than try to make him into your starting point guard, try to make Coby White the best scoring guard that he can be. And when you look at like how that synergy can go to be able to take Zach LaVine when Zach LaVine's off the court, to us to have a scorer who not as efficient as Zach LaVine, I'm not saying that at all, but who offers a lot of that offensive ability, especially shooting wise, defenses can't rest. So I don't think that the Bulls should be looking into trading Coby White unless it's a great deal. But I guess that remains to be seen. But I really do think and believe that Coby has the potential to be 6-man of the year candidate every year for his career as long as he's healthy. What do you guys think? Do you think Coby White has that potential? Do you want see the Bulls hold on to Coby for a few more years to really see how he develops? Or are you on the other side of the fence where you think that the Bulls should be looking into deals involving Coby White heading into this trade deadline? Let me know down below. Again, thank you for 500 subscribers. This is Chicago Bulls Central. You can follow us at Bulls Central Pod on IG and Twitter. You can also send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, bullcentralpod@gmail.com. Thank you so much, you guys, for all the support. You know me. I'll be back in a couple of days probably with another video with the way that we're going dropping around here. And as I like to end every episode on, go Bulls. Peace.